Right, shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Waharaka Kodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And first of all, let me put a disclaimer that as Hebrew Israelites, we don't have a horse in the race when it comes to the conflict between the Palestinians and the so-called Israelis. All right, we don't have no horse in that race, so we cannot be attached to either party. We are our own thing. All right, we on our own. Simple as that. All right. However, interestingly, there's this term that you hear being thrown around, and it's popularized by the Free Palestine movement. And it is quoted as "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free." Now, it's popularized by the mainstream media as a anti-Semitic term. It represents genocide, whatever. But the root of the term or that speech actually goes back to the Bible, and it was the Israelis who were using it first and still use it, especially behind closed doors. So that term "from the river to the sea" is originally from the Apocrypha. These Israelis took it upon themselves, and then the Palestinians flipped it back on them. And you can go and read about this, I think this article here from the Garden, from the river to the sea. Where does the slogan come from, and what does it mean? And even here, it says the question then is what that means for Israel and the Jewish people. It says between the river and the sea is a fragment from a slogan used since the 1960s in reference to the land between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea. And then, I'm not going to read the article, but you read it, pretty much that's what they're going into that term. And obviously they're going to come out at the end of it painting the Palestinians as some genocidal maniacs, whatever. The point is that I want to make is it's actually a biblical term. So if we go to the Apocrypha, 1 second. So this is what's 44? Yeah, Sirach 44, verse 19. It says, Abraham was a great father of many people. Right? The many people is talking about the Israelites. In glory was there none like unto him, who kept the law of the Most High and was in covenant with him. He established the covenant in his flesh, and when he was proved, he was found faithful. Okay, so that's circumcision. Therefore, he assured him by an oath that he would bless the nations in his seed, right, the Israelites, and that he would multiply him as the dust of the earth, again, the Israelites, and exalt his seed as the stars, the Israelites, and cause them, the Israelites, to inherit from sea to sea, and from the river unto the utmost part of the land. With Isaac did he establish likewise for Abraham, his father's sake, the blessing of all men, which the all men is talking about the Israelites, all right? It ain't talking about all men as in all men on the planet. That's stupid. You have to read with context. And the covenant, and made it rest upon the head of Jacob. He acknowledged him in his blessing and gave him an inheritance, and divided his portions among the 12 tribes did he part them. All right. So that's why when Joshua went into the land, he divided the land up between the 12 tribes, because it goes back to the covenant. And so that's where you really get this thing from the river to the sea, because as you can read here, inherit from sea to sea and from the river unto the utmost part of the land. That's talking about the inheritance which these Israelis, these Zionists, try and use the covenant of Abraham and that history and hijack that history for their own political gain and their monetary gain. Because the Zionists didn't believe in God. They didn't believe in the Most High. So if you don't believe in the Most High, how then can you believe in a divine covenant with the Most High? No, they didn't. They simply used the Bible as a historical document to say, well, our people were obviously here, so we have a right to the land, backed up by the gun. All right? When really they're not even the people of the Most High. And they know that. It's just that they took that identity upon themselves and they use the Bible, deceitfully to do this mischief. All right, and these are facts. You could just look it up. The Zionists were atheists. They didn't believe in God. That's why the Most High isn't even in their Declaration of Independence. Ben Gurion was an atheist, the first prime minister of Israel. But you see, Vocab Malone, right? They don't want to put the scrutiny necessary to bring this information out. They got all the scrutiny when it comes to the Hebrew Israelites. Oh, the covenant isn't with Israel anymore, it's with the church. They got all that energy, but they don't apply that same energy to these people when they're on a rampage with the gun, trying to use the covenant of Abraham as justification. Yeah? They can use the covenant of Abraham to kill and maim and destroy and to steal. And Vocab Malone and them, man, ain't got nothing to say about it. Oh, we're not going to deal with prophecy with 1948. We're not going to. They ain't got. But when it comes to the Hebrew Israelites, my man, he going all the way in, writing books and all this shit, showing you these people are nothing but hypocrites, man. Absolute hypocrites. But indeed, what is true is that land is given as a covenant, as we read unto the true Israelites, the real Israelites, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And indeed, we will receive that land. All right? When Yahushua comes. And the land is going to be in a heavenly state. It's going to be blessed. The kingdom of heaven. All right? Because we've been in the land before. Hell, they were in the land during the time of Yahushua. But it wasn't in righteousness. We weren't blessed. We're going to be blessed in that land, man. And that's what we look forward to. We're going to receive our inheritance with blessings. Hebrews 11 and 16. But now they desire a better country that is in heavenly. Wherefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he hath prepared for them a city. All right. And that's the kingdom to come. All right. And the land is definitely a part of our faith and our doctrine because it's prophecy. All you got to do is go back into Ezekiel 37, Ezekiel 36. The land is still part of the new covenant. All right? The new covenant still contains the land because the land was given to us as a as an everlasting inheritance. Okay? And here we have Isaiah 60, right? Which is about the salvation. It says, the sun shall be no more thine light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee, but the Lord shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy God thy glory. The sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself, for the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. All right, thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, hasten it in this time. Now, this prophecy is echoed in Revelations, the 21st chapter. All right, even the scholars know that. See, Revelations 21. And Revelations 22. Okay? So this is part of prophecy. This is part of our faith. All right? from the river to the sea. That's actually something that we're gonna inherit. Shalom.